Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to make this dress for the set of the hat and dress. It's very easy to make, it's all done a crochet. In this video I'm making the dress and I'm gonna leave the link here for the video of the hat, just in case you don't see that video yet. And here is the list of material you're gonna need to make this beautiful set. To make this little girl's dress for the set with the hat, I'm gonna use this yarn. From Loops and Thread, a Snuggly Wiggly Big. It has 297 grams, and I already used from this one to make the hat, and it still looked pretty much the same, like I hardly use any. It's 100% acrylic, and the color is double dot, and it's light 3. For the accent color, for the little flowers, I'm going to use from Loops and Thread Impeccable. It has 128 grams, and I'm going to show you the one that I use for those flowers is this one. And pretty much they look the same, like I hardly use any from this one. And the color is Arbor Rose, and is medium 4. The crochet hook is 4 millimeters. You're going to need tapestry needle and scissors. We're gonna need also some buttons for the back of the dress. We're gonna start with a slip knot and a chain of 88. But remember, if you're using a thinner yarn and a smaller hook, those 88 will be smaller. But if you're using a bigger hook and a bigger size yarn, a thicker yarn, those 88 will be bigger. I start with 96 with this yarn, and the front part here, I left it like this, the way you guys see it, is too wide for the size dress that I want for this dress. So I decided to remove some from here only. That way it will be smaller on the front. So this one here had 96 and this one have 88. So I'm going to start with my chain. Remember 88 for this size. Once you have your 88 chain, you're going to chain 3. Turn your work around, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the number 5, you're going to do your double crochet. And that counts as your second double crochet. Like that, you're going to continue working. 1 double crochet in each chain space until you have 13 double crochet. Once you have your 13, you're going to chain 2, and in the next chain space of the base chain you're going to do another double crochet, and that counts as number 1 for the 20 double crochet that you're going to need for the front sleeve. So I have 2, 3. Like that, you're going to continue until you have 20. After you finish with your 20 double crochet, you're going to chain 2, and again you're going to go to the next chain space and do 22 double crochet. After you finish with those 22 double crochet, you're going to chain 2, you're going to do 20 double crochet, chain 2, and do 13 double crochet. You're going to be repeating this what you did here, 20 and 13. So here now 22. And in total you will have 88 double crochet with this chain 2 space around. Here I finished row number 1 and I have 13 double crochet, a chain 2 space, 20 double crochet, a chain 2 space, 22 double crochet, a chain 2 space, 20 double crochet, a chain 2 space, and 13 double crochet. And now for row number 2 I'm going to chain 3, turn my work around, and I'm going to do a double crochet on top of each double crochet for a total of 13 double crochet. After you finish with the 13 double crochet, you're going to go inside the chain 2 space and you're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, and do another double crochet. and like that you increase 1 double crochet in this side and 1 double crochet for this side. Now you have to do your 20 double crochet. Once you finish with your 20 double crochet and the chain 2 space, again you will do another increase. You will do 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet. And like that you're going to continue doing the increase inside the chain 2 space until you get to the end. And remember, here was 13 and you did an increase of a double crochet, chain 2 and a double crochet. Here you will do 20. When you get here you will do 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet. You'll do your 22 double crochet and again you will do another increase here and another one in here. Once you finish row number 2 you'll have 96 double crochet because you increase 8 stitches. You will have here 14 and here you will have 22 and here in the center 24 and here 22 and in here 14. Because each time you are increasing in the borders, you are increasing 1, and in the other 3 centers you are increasing 2, 1 in each side. So now what you have to do, again you're going to chain 3, turn your work around, and now instead to have your 13 double crochet you will have 14 double crochet. Once you do your 14 double crochet, again in the chain 2 space you will do your increase. 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet. And then you will do your 22 double crochet, and then in the chain 2 space you will do your next increase. Like that you're going to continue working doing the increase in each chain 2 space until you have the desired size of the top part of the dress. I'm going to do mine off camera and I will let you know how many rows I will give to mine. Here I finished all the row of increase in the top that I want for mine, and in total are 9 rows, and those 9 rows measure 11 centimeters or 4.5 inches. Now I'm gonna work just in the body of the piece, leaving the sleeve just like that. Just in here. You're gonna chain 3, and you're gonna do 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet until you have 1 left before the chain 2 space. We're going to work until here, leaving that one here, and then I will show you how we're going to jump from the back piece to the front part of the dress. Once you get to here that you have 1 left, you're going to yarn over, you're going to pass it through that double crochet, you're going to fold your piece, the sleeve, and you're going to go to the first one here after the chain 2 space here, and you're going to pass your yarn through and you're going to do a double crochet, and like that you attach the front and the back piece. Now you can do 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet until you get to the one before the last one, again to attach the front part to the back of the dress. And in here this will be fine either this side or on this side like that. One more time, you're going to go to the last one here, you pass your hook through, you fold in half this, and you go to the first one after the chain 2 space, and pass your hook, pass your yarn through and do a double crochet, and now you continue doing 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet until you get to the last one, and like that you separated the sleeve from the body of the dress. Well, here we separated the sleeve from the body, so if I turn around it will be like this. So now we're going to work on this part of the body until the waist. If you have the girdle to measure this from, it will be even better. So I'm going to do mine off camera and I'll let you know how many more rows we have to give to this part of the dress. This is what I look so far, and I done in total 19 rows. I did 9 from the beginning to here where the sleeve was separated, and 10 more until here. And I measure those 19 row 23 centimeters or 9 inches. And from under the arm here, those 10 row measure 12 centimeters or 3¼ inches. Now we're going to close this here in the back and work on the part of the skirt. Now we're going to close this part in the back, and we're going to count 1, 2, and in the third one we're going to do a slip stitch. And that way we created that part where this part here on the bottom will be the buttons, and here any of this hole will be the open for the buttons. So we're going to chain 3. That counts as the first double crochet. We're going to do 1 in the next one. Now we're going to do in the next one 2 together. In this row we're going to do a row increase. 2 double crochet separate and 2 together. 1 and 2 separate and 2 together. Like that we're going to continue all the way around this row. This row could be number 20 if you count from the beginning, or row number 11 if you count from under the arm, or row number 1 if you start counting after you attach these 2 pieces together. So you're going to continue 2 separate and 2 together all the way around, and when I get to this part here, I'm going to show you how we're going to do this part here. That way it's nice and secure in here. Like that. I did my 2 together. I had 3 space left. I'm going to do 1 separate. Now I have 2 left, and in those 2 left I had 2 in the back, so I'm going to pass it through this one here, and I'm going to go in the back at the chain 3 space. On the top of that chain 3 I'm going to pass it through and do another separate, and now I have to do 2 together. I'm going to pass it through this one here, and I'm going to go through the back, and make sure that you pass it through the 2 strand yarn in the back like that, and you're going to pass it through. You're going to do 1 and again 2 together. Now you're going to count 1, 2, and then the third chain you're going to do your slip stitch, and like that you finish attaching that part in the back, making sure that it's just 1 circle in this like that. Like that in the back. And now in the front, just like this. After you finish with that row of increase, we're going to work 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet. I'm going to work off camera, and I will let you know how many row I will do for mine for the top of the skirt. This is how the dress looks so far, and I done 31 row from the first one that I start in the top to this last one here, 31 row. If you want a little longer, you can do a few more row, but now I'm gonna do some frills here. I think that's the way, the name. Well, you will see as I work, and here, and it will give it that much length. But for double crochet, that is enough for me. And the measurements are, the 31 row measure 38 centimeters or 15 inches. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to continue here in the bottom of the dress. Now this row is 3 chain as the double crochet and 2 for separation, and you're going to yarn over. You're going to skip the next double crochet and go to the next one and do a double crochet, chain 2, skip the next double crochet and go to the next one and do a double crochet, chain 2, skip 1 and go to the next one and do another crochet. Like that you're going to be forming these little squares all the way around. Chain 2, skip that one, go to the next one. And you're gonna come here and finish here in the third one with a slip stitch. Here I'm gonna finish with a chain 2, and I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna do a slip stitch, and I finish that row. For the next row, you're gonna chain 1, 2, and 3, plus 2 more for separation. That's 5. Now yarn over, and you're gonna do a double crochet on top of each double crochet. Chain 2, and again another double crochet. You're gonna repeat this as many times you like to have the frills. So for mine, this will give you 3. It will be 1 here, 1 there, and 1 here. But I want to do it 1 more time. So I'll have to do this row plus another one, and I'll have 4. So after that, I'll show you how we're going to continue. I finished here with the last row, and I did 3 like that. That's what it's going to look like. I finished with the slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1, cut the yarn, and loose that tail. And then we're going to be working on the ruffles. This is how it looks. And now you're going to turn to the back, and you're going to fold it like this. And in this border here, where you have this double crochet like that, you're going to do a row of single crochet in there. And we're going to do a slip knot. And I'm going to come here in the first one where I had the chain space, and I'm going to pass my yarn. I'm going to chain 1, and in the same space I'm going to do my first single crochet. And I go to the next space and do a single crochet. Even here you see I have my double crochet in there. In the same space I'm going to do a single crochet. Again, this one is the one with the double crochet on the other side, and I'm going to do a single crochet. Like that, you're going to continue doing a border of single crochet all the way around. And we're creating this border of single crochet, and that is where the ruffles are going to go. Here you're going to finish with a single crochet and do a slip stitch here, and I will meet you when we get there. It's going to look like this with that border there. Here I finished with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1, and in that same space I'm going to do a single crochet. I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to skip 1 single crochet, and in the next one I'm going to do another single crochet. And in this space, in this chain 2, we're going to be doing the ruffles. So we're going to chain 2, skip 1 single crochet, and go to the next one and do a single. Chain 2, go skip the next one and go to this next one and do a single crochet. Like that, you're going to continue all the way around, creating this chain 2 space until you get here and you finish with a slip stitch, and then we start working inside this space. Here I finished that row with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to do another slip stitch inside the first 2 chain space. Like that. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Before I have another video that I did Valentine's Day skirt for a little girl that had the same ruffles. So it's very easy. After you chain 3, you're going to chain 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to count 1, 2, 3. And in the number 4 from the hook, you're going to do a slip stitch and you create a pickup. You're going to chain 1 chain, yarn over, and then double crochet in the same chain 2 space. You're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go to the 4th chain from the hook, do slip stitch, you created the next pickup. Chain 1, yarn over, another double crochet in the same chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, again, slip stitch. You create the next one. 1 chain, to separate the stitch, and like that you're gonna create your ruffles, doing 3 double crochet in each chain 2 space, like that. Yarn over, you go to the next chain 2 space, do a double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, you go to the 4th chain from the hook, the slip stitch, chain 1, yarn over, again to the same space, another double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch, chain 1, always doing a chain 1 between each double crochet. I'm going to do a double crochet in that same space. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, a slip stitch, and the 4th one, and chain 1. Like that, you see I have 3 in this one and 3 in this one. You're going to continue working all the way around. When I get to this one, I will show you how we're going to finish this row. And as you work, these start to gather and you'll have more ruffles. Here I did the last peacock. Now I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and that's 3rd chain that I did to begin with. I'm going to do a slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, I'm going to pull through, tie that, and lose that tail. Now I'm going to show you how the first row of ruffles look. This is the way it looks, and I love it so far. So now for the next row, I'm going to use the accent color that I use, that color there that I use for the flowers around the hat. I'm going to do the 2nd row of ruffles in that accent color. Now with this color, I'm going to do a slip knot. This yarn is a little thicker than the main color, so it will be a little thicker here. So here's the chain 3 that I did to start this row. So in the chain 2 space here, I'm going to do a slip stitch, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do a single crochet and another single crochet in that space. I'm going to jump to the next chain 2 space, and I'm going to do 2 single crochet. Go to the next one and do 2 single crochet. Now in those 2 chain space we are doing 2 single crochet, and you're going to continue doing that all the way around, and it will look like this. You see? And it's in this space here. You have to make sure that you're working straight, that you don't grab in the post, you grab in the sides way here. This one's here. So you're going to continue all the way around and finish here with a slip stitch. It will be under there. Here I'm going to finish this row with a slip stitch in the first single crochet, chain 1, and that same space we're going to do another single crochet. Now we're going to chain 2. We're going to skip that single crochet and go to the next one, do a single crochet. Chain 2. Skip that one, go to the next one. Now we are creating exactly the same that we did here. This chain 2 space to do the ruffles, but we're doing it here with this color. And chain 2, skip that one, go to the next one. Like that you're going to continue all the way around, and you're going to finish here with a slip stitch. I'm going to show you one more time how we're going to do the ruffles in this row, and then from there you can do to the rest of your spaces. For me it will be in here and here, and I will alternate the color. For example, this is the pink, and then here will be the main color, and in here the pink. Here I finish this row with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to do another slip stitch to go in the chain 2 space. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that count as the first double crochet. Now chain 4 more, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th chain from the hook you're going to do a slip stitch, and you form a peacock. Chain 1, yarn over, another double crochet. We are repeating exactly the same that we did in this row here for the ruffles. So you're going to repeat this row exactly the same as the last one, and so is the next 2 more here. After I finish here with this color, I will chain 1, do slip stitch in the 3rd chain 1 again, cut the yarn and lose that tail, and then here go back again here in the next row and chain 2 space, and I will do single crochet to single crochet to single crochet all the way around. And after that I will do the chain 2 space that we did here like this to create those spaces like that, and then we do the ruffle, and that will be with the main color. And then after that I will do the same in here, and that will be with the pink color. Here I wanted to show you I did the 2nd row, and look how nice they look. If you like, you can continue doing the other 2, or you can leave it just like this with 2. That looks really cute. Here I finished with the ruffles, and look how nice that look. And now after I lost all the tails, I'm gonna do the buttons, and remember this is go one on top of each other like that, and in this space between the first double crochet and the second are the buttonholes, so you place how many buttons that you need. And then now I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this little belt for the dress. To start, we're gonna do a slip knot, and we're gonna do a flower ribbon like we did for the hat, but a little bit different, because for the little belt we need this part to tie it in the back. But we're gonna start with a flower like this. We're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're gonna do a double crochet in the first chain that we did, like that. And like that we created the circle for the flower, the center of the flower. We're gonna do a single crochet, chain 2, yarn over. We're gonna do a double crochet, but we don't want to finish. We have 2 loops, another double crochet. I have 3 loops. Now we're gonna close those 3 loops and chain 2. I'm going to come here to the circle and do a single crochet, and like that we finish our first petal. We're going to chain 2, yarn over, and we're going to do a double crochet. We don't want to finish. I have 2 loops, another double crochet, 3 loops. I'm going to close the 3, chain 2, and a single crochet. Now at the same time I'll be going to loosen that tail, so I'm gonna chain 2, yarn over, double crochet, and I have 2 loops, another double crochet. I have 3 loops. I'm gonna close those 3 loops, chain 2, and do a single crochet, and that was the 3rd petal. Like that you're going to continue until you have 2 more petals for a total of 5. So when I have my other 2, I want to show you how to finish the last one and how to continue with this part. Here I close my 3 loops. I'm going to chain 2. Now I'm going to do the slip stitch in the first single crochet that I did to start the first petal. And like that I finish my first flower, that is this one here. Now to do this part, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and we're going to do a double crochet in the first chain that we did. And like that we create our first little group of these. 1, 2, 3, yarn over and go to the first chain and do a double crochet. Make the number 2. 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and do it. Like that you're going to continue working until you have the desired length for your piece there. For mine I have 19 there in between flowers, but then number 20 is the petals of this flower, and number 21 is the center of this flower. So 19 in here, 20 and 21. You have to do 21 of this group if you want exactly the same length as mine. I'm going to measure mine and I'll let you know the measurement from flower to flower. And I measure 17 inches or 43 centimeters. So I'm gonna do just a few more for this one to show you how to continue, because I already have mine done. I don't need to do one with this length. Now let's pretend that I have my 21 little groups, and this is gonna be the center of the flower. So there we're gonna do a single crochet exactly as we did with the first flower that we did here at the end. And you're gonna do 1, 2 chain, a double crochet. You don't want to finish, another double crochet. Now you're going to close them, chain 2, single crochet, and you're done your first petal. Second petal is the same, 1, 2 chain, a double crochet, and another one, chain 2, and a single crochet. Now this here gonna be the next petal, this group of 2 double crochet. So you're gonna chain 1, you're gonna come here to the chain space where you did the double crochet, you're gonna pass your yarn through the bottom, and you're gonna do a slip stitch, and like that you created the next petal. You're gonna chain 1 and 2, you're gonna come here to the center of the flower, and you're gonna do your single crochet, and like that you did your third petal. Chain 2, the next petal, chain 2, and like that you're gonna do another one, and I will show you how we're gonna do the next flower. Here I'm gonna finish with a slip stitch on the first single crochet, and I finish the last petal, and it will be like this. Now we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to place my finger there to mark number 4. I'm going to chain 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and I'm going to do a double crochet in that first chain space. And now in this circle here we're going to do our flower again. Single crochet, 1, 2 chain, double crochet, another double crochet, and remember this double crochet I don't finish them, and I'm gonna close those 3 loops, chain 2. The flower stays the same, the only thing that changed is the third petal here, but everything else is exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2 double crochet, close those 3 loops, chain 2, and I finish the second petal, and now for the third one, chain 2, do 1 double crochet, this time it's only 1, and you're gonna come here to the chain space, make sure it's not twisted, and you're gonna pass your yarn through the top, you're gonna go here to the first chain, you see, passing the yarn top of the hook, put it to the back, and you're going to pass it through with a slip stitch, and you create the third petal. Now 1, 2 chain, come here and do a single crochet, and like that you finish the third petal. Okay. Now you're going to continue doing the other 2 petals, and then you're going to chain 4 and 3 more, come back to number 4 chain, and do a double crochet and start with 2 petals. When it's time to do the third one, I will show you how to do it one more time. Here I'm going to do the third petal, chain 2, yarn over, a double crochet, and I'm going to finish. Now I'm going to come here to the flower, and make sure, like I said before, that this chain here is not twisted, because if it's twisted, you have it twisted, it will go all over the place. So you have to have the right side. That is the flat side of the chain. And to make it easier, you go first pass your hook through the first chain and then yarn over on top of your hook, bring it to the back and do your slip stitch like that. You're going to chain 2 and come here and do a single crochet, and now you have to do 2 more petals. Like that you're going to continue doing the flowers until you have the desired amount that you want for yours. Mine, I did 7, and then after the 7 I did this here to the other end. So what I'm going to do is finish this one here, and I'm going to show you how you're going to continue from the flower to do this part, because the other one was from this part to do the flower. Now it's the other way around. Here I finished this flower. For you will be your last one, and then what you do, you're going to chain 1, 2 and 3, yarn over, come to the first chain and do a double crochet, and it's as easy as that. With patience, this is very easy. You just have to be a little bit patient and try. You can do anything. If I can do it, you can do it. So you're going to continue doing this until you have the same amount that you did for the other side. For me was 21, because number 20 will be the petal of this flower and number 21 the center of this last one. So I'm going to do the same amount I did in this side here, and I will show you how you're going to end it. Once you have your last one, here you're going to work your flower as you did on the other ones. So when you have 2 petals, I will show you how we're going to do the third one. For the third petal, you're going to have your single crochet, chain 1, come here to the chain space where you did your double crochet. This time you bring the yarn under, and you're going to do your slip stitch. You're going to chain 2, 1, 2, come here and do your single crochet. Like that, you're going to do your third petal. You're going to do your other 2, do slip stitch on the last one, chain 1, cut the yarn and lose the tail. And then now I'm going to show you how I'm going to put mine on the dress. Now with the same sewing thread that I used to attach the button, what I'm going to do in here, you see in this space here between flower, I'm going to sew that through the inside on the waistband to the dress. Let me turn around. Because I did 7 flowers, I will have 5 flowers for the front, and then each one of these space in between flower will be dry and the bent for the waist here, like that. So with the needle and thread, I will sew it through the inside on each side. And if you like, you can do that the same on the center here, do 1 or 2 stitches in the inside. That way it's nice and secure. So when I finish mine, I will show you the end result. Well, here is the end result, and I love the way the little dress looks. I didn't sew the flowers on the front. That will be a choice of the mother of the little girl to sew them or not. So now I'm going to show you the back, that way you see the way it looks. Here is the back of the little dress, and in total was 5 buttons that I sew in the back, and look really pretty. Well, here is the set, and I love the end result. They look fantastic together. I wish I had a little girl right now, but mine is all grown up, my 2 girls. Well, I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman. Have a beautiful day. Bye.